As a part of the birth anniversary celebrations of the founder of GNM or GHK, Dr. Hammer, am so happy to be permitted to present on a topic of applying GNM or GHK to identify the actual cause of health experiences in animals. I'm giving it as different parts because in each part I'll be trying to investigate or reveal the each disease. What is the cause of each experience that the animals have? I am a holistic veterinarian from Kerala, India. As you know, being a veterinarian, my purpose or the dharma that I have to perform is to give or speak for the animals and work for the quality of life of the animals. That I will practice my profession conscientiously with dignity and in keeping with the principles of veterinary medical ethics. And the prevention and relief of animal suffering is one of the major things that we have. For that, we should be knowing the actual cause of the problem. Then only we can prevent the disease. So with respect to my experience within veterinary science, it is after being introduced to the Germanic healing knowledge or the Germanic new medicine that I have been able to more clearly understand the cause of the diseases. With due regards to God, which I have been experienced through certain books like Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, and due respect to Dr. Reich Gid Heimer, who got blessed to be revealing to us the actual cause of the problems or the disease experiences we face. And I cannot forget Ellen Savory, who taught me the holistic management, because that is when I started to become a holistic veterinarian. And with respect to GHK, it was Dr. C.J. Verghese who actually put this knowledge into me when I met him. And it is and Dr. Caroline who was done a good work on producing the learninggnm.coms, so that after Dr. C.J. Verghese introduced me to the system, it was going through these learninggnm.com and the various forums that the Dr. C.J. Verghese has produced, through which I could understand all these things. There's a disclaimer. I am a veterinarian, not a vegan, non-vegetarian or vegetarian. As the meat or the produce of animals, milk and egg, are consumed by humans, it is important to apply GNM concept to be not consuming those from conflict-ridden animals. We are all decision makers. All our decisions are influenced by the perspectives we own. I am only sharing the perspective that influences me when I take decisions for the management of livestock. Hence, the information shared in this presentation is for educational purpose only and not to substitute for a professional medical or veterinary service. Students shall not use this information when writing their examinations. Wholehearted gratitude to you, sir, for empowering us, for understanding the root cause of the various health experiences that we and even animals or even soil life faces. On the occasion of the World GNM GHK Day Celebrations this year's in this May 2026. So I'll be looking into one of the very dreaded diseases that our pet dogs suffer. It's called the canine parvo virus. According to the Merck Veterinary Manual, the definition is it is a highly contagious, often fatal virus attacking the GI tract, that is gastrointestinal tract of puppies and unvaccinated dogs, causing severe bloody diarrhea, vomiting, lethargy, and fever. Leads to rapid dehydration and death within 48 to 72 hours if untreated. The mortality is up to 10% in adult dogs and 91% in pups. See, once we get introduced to the Germanic new medicine, as we go through the definition itself, we'll be clearly able to understand where the conflict is, what is the actual cause of the problem. We only need to clearly investigate what is the actual conflict that caused the problem. So from here, looking at the symptoms, the major symptoms are in the intestinal tract, that is bad bloody diarrhea, and there is vomiting. That's the main. Other things that are given are that those symptoms that will come. It's just another complication. But the major thing is vomiting and bloody diarrhea. And as per the GNM biological conflict analysis, the conflict that we can find here is the indigestible morsel conflict. Something wrong in the territory that is causing sort of territorial anger or something indigestible morsel that is there. This is where we only need to identify it. So if you look into the GNM, the laws, what is happening inside the body is like this. It occurs when a dog cannot swallow, digest, or get rid of a morsel, metamorphically or literally, such as a piece of food or a treat or a situation. That is, the dog is facing a situation which it cannot digest, metamorphically, or it can even be literally. So what happens in the active phase is, during the active phase, a tumor or intestinal lesion may grow because it is the endoderm that is being affected, depending on the specific part of the intestine, to assist in better absorption or digestion of the chunk. The healing phase, the sudden severe symptoms that like bloody diarrhea, vomiting, lethargy, and fever occur when the conflict is resolved. The bloody diarrhea, vomiting is caused by the necrosis of the tumor tissue or the tissue which was built up in the active phase. This is the body ridding itself of the abnormal growth which happened in the conflict active phase. The fever and lethargy are the signs of the healing peak or the epileptic crisis, as we know in GNM. To know more, actually, you'll have to look into the GNM 5 biological laws to understand this. Rapid dehydration, the intense fluid loss is a part of the rapid cleansing, and GNM is seen as a necessary but dangerous part of the healing process. It is all the symptoms that happen, it is an experience, and it is followed after a conflict resolution takes place. So from this, we can understand that the vomiting and diarrhea are seen as the body's way of expelling the indigestible morsel during the healing program or during the healing phase. That is exactly what has happened here. So what are, from the veterinary manual, we understand that it is the risk factors are, it is seen more in the puppies, that is younger dogs, it is seen. Dogs that come from shelters, rescue centers, breeding kennels, or pet stores. So here all it's pointing to one thing, that let us see more risk factors: boarding at a kennel or doggy daycare, visiting groomers, dog parks, or engaging with other dogs on a daily basis, dogs that live in a multiple pet homes. So there is some sort of wanting to separate. There's something that is coming into their territory, which they are not able to digest. That is what is coming here. So, as per the modern medicine, it is understood that the virus is causing the problem, and the virus, it is being spread through this urine and stool, or the diarrhea. I mean, sorry, the vomit, or the material that was vomited out. That is where the virus is present there, and that is how it spreads. So what will be the prevention as per the modern medicine? In a kennel, shelter, or hospital, cages and equipment should be cleaned, including removal of organic materials such as feces, urine, vomit, to enhance the activity of disinfectants. Only thing is, this much anyway is needed in any kennel, but the remaining is disinfected and dried twice before reuse. Only fully vaccinated puppies, that is at 6, 8, and 12 weeks, they have to be vaccinated, or fully vaccinated adult dog should be introduced into a home where a dog has recently had a parvoviral enteritis. That means, as per modern medicine, the disease is spread through the virus, and the material through which the virus comes is the feces, the vomit, and through urine. So that is how it is to be understood as per the modern medicine. So As per GNM, we understood that it is an indigestible morsel. Some anger issue that is caused in the territory, which the pup is not liking. Another thing is it is mainly seen in puppies. So as per GHK, before going to that, I will just tell you what actually is causing this. See, there is, we do sell puppies, isn't it? People purchase. Now it's a habit of people are domesticating animals. So puppies are brought from where they are sold. So usually what happens is when a puppy is born, it is living with its mother and the others in the pack. They're happily living together. And this particular person who is selling the puppy, anyway, he's doing it for business only. So there is a normal, I mean, when you go and see a puppy, it is more cute when it is so young. That is the time. So people will come and try to take it. So what is happening basically is weaning at an early stage. If it is weaned properly, that is maybe after the full milk, I mean, the feeding program is over or given some good time so that they start to play around, walk around, and then slowly one person comes and he also converses with them and plays with them. And finally, if that weaning and shift takes place, the dog will not feel a separation or a territorial anger or issues there. So here in this framework, as per the GNM framework, prevention isn't about avoiding a virus, but about conflict prevention and resolution. One of the major things that I have obtained from Germanic healing knowledge is that it is the best thing to prevent diseases in animals, because there are no other ways by which the animal can, like, we cannot tell him to meditate or anything, but the only thing is if we are able to prevent it, that is the best way. So with respect to animals, we are the ones who are domesticating them. Otherwise they are living in a group, like, a herd of animals or a pack of dogs. They are living together. But when we domesticate, how I understand is we are already domesticated by the Supreme. God has already domesticated us. But then when we domesticate, we don't have the level of consciousness the Supreme Creator has. So then all the decisions we take will be in a reduced way. That is, we are removing a dog which is in a pack, that means in a group, to one, my home. Maybe that home will be having 2, 3 dogs, that's all. But we are reducing their biological beingness. So that is where the issues. So that separation is where the issues, and they are not getting the mother's milk because they are weaned early and they are fed with something else that also can be literally in indigestible morsel, or metamorphically that separation and separated from the group or their pack is causing the problem. So the stressor is actually that sudden change in environment that could cause the morsel conflict. This could be a sudden change in food or a move to a new home or a stressful interaction with other animal. That is when you take one dog puppy from one home to the other one, we may be having the other dogs there. So it will be a stressful because it was so happily living with the other in his or her own pack. Now in a new group, that is where that stressor comes. So that separation should be in such a way that it doesn't trigger a conflict. The conflict resolution, if a dog is already showing symptoms, practitioners focus on ensuring dog feels safe. Once it has come also, it should feel safe. Whatever can be done, because to cure a disease, we should be knowing the actual cause. No. If we rely on the modern medicine's perspective that it is a virus that is causing, then immediately the only way is to kill the virus. But here, when you understand that there is an emotional conflict, that is the reason, then it is very easy actually to prevent it. When the awareness comes in the people who want to domesticate, naturally, this will be easy to prevent. So that is where I have seen the major benefit of understanding GHK in my own personal life, my family, and in my professional life also. That has helped me a lot. And these two quotes that are been from our uh, doctor, that is, beneath every illness is a cry from the subconscious asking for recognition of forgotten wounds. So in the case of parvo, what is the forgotten wound? That is, they have been separated, put in a new group, fed something that is not their real food at that particular age. All these things are the cause. And the unresolved trauma of the mind becomes the language through which the body speaks its suffering. So now, once you understand this, it becomes very easy for us, even veterinarians or anybody who wants to domesticate dogs, this disease, without going in for vaccination or anything, if you can understand this thing, naturally this disease can be prevented fully from this place where we live in. So how could I come to this conclusion? It is because of the discovery of Dr. Hammer, and this I'm so thankful to Dr. C.J. Varghese, who introduced me to the system, and all those who are presenting in these different sessions. And so once again, thank you and all the best.